And there are two different sides of it, which makes it very difficult to work with the hindrances. The first one is the issue of justification. When you are in one of the hindrances, you're not aware of it. Normally, you're not aware of it. And your ego is doing everything it can to justify what is happening. Justify that, no, this is actually not one of the hindrances. Like you're sitting and meditating and you get super, super drowsy, that's sloth and torpor and laziness. And you go like, no, it's not because I'm lazy. I haven't slept well during the night. It's because I'm tired. So you, instead of taking the opportunity and realizing, yes, this is one of the hindrances, how can I be wise about this right now? Then we go into the justification mode where we just go like, well, I'm tired. It is how it is. And then we're not developing ourselves in any direction. We're just, justifying it that it is how it is. Or if somebody does something that really annoys you, then obviously that is ill will. And then you go right, yeah, but the way they spoke to me, that's not right. They shouldn't talk to me in that way. And then we start to justify that we have a feeling of ill will, instead of just not identify with it and just let it be as it is and experience what is happening and observe what is happening. And then just become wise, learn from it, instead of, because as soon as you start to justify, you don't learn anything. It has been put into a bracket of out of my control, can't do anything about it. It is how it is. They are really annoying. They're really, really annoying. It's not me. They are annoying. So you're completely detaching yourself from the insight that, yeah, they might be annoying, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about you. We're talking about the 5 hindrances in you. And right now in you, you feel annoyance. Another thing that I experienced while I was talking to someone that I wanted to talk about the 5 hindrances, and shortly, explaining about it, and was asked, but seriously, are we not allowed to enjoy, a nice meal? Are we not allowed to look forward to a nice meal and sitting and sharing food with friends? Are we not allowed to enjoy that and looking forward to that? And it's in the same bracket here that you're justifying your action instead of using the opportunity to learn from it. Of course you're allowed to enjoy your food. Of course you're allowed to be with friends and have a nice time. Of course you're allowed. It's not about that you are trying to divert the attention from you being in a hindrance into it not being that bad because it's just food with friends. It can't be an issue. It's not about it being an issue, it's about you identifying with it. It's about you being held back from an insight when you do that. And there's nothing wrong with a good meal. There's nothing wrong with being with friends and enjoying yourself and being happy. It's all about awareness. It's just about you becoming aware in the situation, being aware that right now you're justifying because there's something you don't want to look at. Like I said, that it's about ignorance. It's about that there's an issue right now that you are avoiding to look at, and it doesn't need to be something bad. It's just that right now you're in your ego, and you're as soon as you're in your ego, you are in a distance to the authentic. So there's nothing wrong with sitting and enjoying a meal with good friends and being happy about that. But be aware where your mind is. Where are you right now while you're sitting and enjoying? Are you grasping for it to keep being nice? Are you identifying with it and thinking that you're a better person because you have, the good friends and the meal, or what is really going on? Because you wouldn't need to justify if you didn't have any hooks into any kind of identification with it. So it's all about becoming aware of where you are identifying and how you are identifying. And the part about justifying yourself, it's really important to become aware of, because we're doing that a lot in our lives. We use it as explanations or justifications for decisions we make that are not skillful at all, where we act ignorant, where we act with a distorted view of reality, and we're not really doing anything to become present in it. This part about justification, we more often than not, we struggle becoming aware of it when it's about ourselves, but when it's about somebody else, then we realize and notice right away. So you will hear other people now, after this talk here, this workshop here, you will become aware when other people are justifying the hindrances, justifying their ego, justifying, but it can't be right. They are really annoying, or I am super tired, or it is not, I should consider it more, or well, it's one of these 5 hindrances. Then it's easier to become aware when there's other people justifying about it. So the wisdom is about you acknowledging that they're present, you acknowledging that you're locked into the ego, and you right now, one of the hindrances are present. There's something which you're holding yourself back from, and you're using the justification of the hindrances to avoid getting to that point of awakening or awareness.